welcome back to PhatKid Garage. In today's episode, we're going to be on day 2 of the mini tub and coilover install for this 93 Mustang coupe behind me. Today what we're going to try to do is get the old tubs cut out, everything cleaned up, get the new tubs in and fitted, and hopefully start tacking them in. So stay tuned and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so one of the first things this kit requires you to do is remove this Xbrace right here behind the back seat. You only have to do this on the coupes. You do not have to do this on the LX because it does not have it. But essentially you have 4 spot welds here, you have 4 here, and 4 here. So let's go ahead and get drilling. Oh, I'm also going to be using this bit. See if I can get it to focus on it. But it is specifically made for drilling out spot welds. So let's go ahead and get started. There you go. First piece down. All right, next step we're going to do is get this sound deadening material off of both sides. We're going to remove some from down here too, and then start working on the seam sealer, the factory stuff, and getting it out. Going to be using a heat gun and a variety of scrapers just to try to get that stuff off the best I can. And let's get into it. Go ahead and remove this harness because it looks like we have to get a big chunk. Let's see if I can get it. So there's a huge chunk of seam sealer right here that we have to get out because that's going to be one of our cut areas and all along through here. We don't have to remove all of this because it's just going to get cut, but we do have to remove this down here because we have to break the seam seals and the spot welds that are down there. The majority of this, pretty much from here out, gets cut out anyway, so there's really no point in removing all the seam sealer. So I'm gonna grab some other tools and we'll get that done. Looks like we have 3 spot welds up here I need to take care of. We probably have the same thing on the other side, so I'll go ahead and get that done and we'll come right back. So the next step they want you to do is go ahead and they give you this, I guess, actual diagram that you have to cut out, and it gives you the pattern of where your cut line is going to be. You clean out all of the seam sealer in this corner. You butt the paper right up next to it, and then you mark it out all the way up to your shock tower. You do that both on the front and the back, and essentially that one butts up right there after you clean the seam sealer out, and that's what you should have. So that's actually the cut line. We're actually going to cut about 1 inch in from here and here. It also suggests that you put a little brace between the trunk spring mount and the wall. I think they called it a pin weld or pin brace, but it essentially goes in between here. I still got to drill these 2 pieces out, but yeah, you can kind of see exactly how wide it's going to be compared to the stock tub and how much more room you'll get on the inside. But let's go ahead and get that thing braced up, and then we'll start cutting. Just finished the rough cut on the driver's side. Here I kind of show you what we got going on. All this right here still needs to come out, get trimmed. This right here is getting cut. Gonna get these spot welds. So yeah, the rest of the spring perch is gonna come out. And then still has some finished trimming here, and then there's more spot welds behind. And essentially just cutting all the way up and around here. Let's get back to it. Just got the first round of trimming done. This is our first test fit. So far so good. Inside's looking pretty good. Still have to do some more trimming back here on the back. And we have a gap up top that we got to push the wheel tub up a little more. But real happy so far. I think the wheel tub still has to probably go up another ½ inch or so. Show you the inside. Definitely bigger. So I'm going to pull this out, get a little more trimming done, and hopefully the next round of trimming we can tack it in. So I think I got the final placement ready. Got to do just a tad more trimming, but I think this is pretty much where it has to sit. I got all the brackets except for I've got a couple more spot welds on that one I got to break. But all in all, it's pretty much in where it's going to be in. So, walk around the passenger side. Don't mind the gap. That'll all be cleaned up tomorrow, and we'll get her tacked in and move on to the other one. So that's going to wrap up today's episode of PhatKid Garage. We got the driver's side wheel tub cut out. We got the new wheel tub installed, trimmed to fit. It's ready to be tacked in. The most difficult part about this job was taking care of the shock tower mount, the snubber, and getting that coil upper mount cut off of the frame. That's probably the most challenging part of this job, but take your time, get one of those pinch weld drill bits, and you can get it done. So tomorrow we're going to go ahead and jump on the passenger side and also try to get the coilover conversion mounted in there and get the car back on the ground. So hope you enjoyed this episode of PhatKid Garage, and join me tomorrow. I'm out.